We have made it to London and I'm so excited to explore the city. Now we are about to grab this luggage, go through customs and find some transportation. Even though I am staying at a airport hotel, they did not have a free shuttle service. So the airport itself does have a bus system. So we are going to check out this bus schedule, figure out which bus we need to take, and then head over to the hotel. I do want to mention that app was not working well for me. So you are able to still purchase your tickets directly with the bus driver if you have any issues upon arrival. Now, when I got to this hotel, y'all, when I tell you the food was amazing, it was like the best thing I had in days because I really wasn't eating well in Ireland. And then to top it off, I had the view of the airport so I can see planes land and take off. Like, if you know and you've been here with me for a while, you know that is my favorite thing to do. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. So we are now going to head into the city and really see what London has to offer. We're down here at the train station. I did have to order me a Uber to get down here, or we could have walked, but it was like a 10-15 minute walk, and baby, we not about to do that. So decided to take the train. I do want to mention that I am your girly who does not buy the eSIM cards and things like that. So I always download my offline maps for whatever new country that I'm entering, and make sure that the area that I want to be in, I have those maps. That way I can still get instructions or directions while I'm in the city, just in case there is not Wi-Fi and your girl needs some assistance, right? Now, push comes to shove. If I absolutely need something, I can definitely flip the switch on that phone and we can get some instructions and get some service. But that's just a me thing. Like, I use Wi-Fi when need be because I'm not just on the phone talking to friends and family, texting, scrolling social media. Like, when I'm in a new country, I want to explore the country and not be distracted by everything else. So we are going to use the hop on, hop off buses as a way of transportation. I did get a 2-day pass, and then it included a few other things that I'll touch base on as we are going throughout the day, and we are ready to go. So mind you, I told you I don't buy the eSIM cards, but the hop on, hop off buses do have Wi-Fi on them. So if you needed to contact a relative, kind of just check in or something like that, or scroll on social media, which I don't understand why you would be doing that while you're exploring a new country, but that's just a me thing. You do have that option because they do have Wi-Fi on there. However, they also have audio so you can hear what is going on around you. They have it in multiple different languages. If you have not been on a hop on, hop off bus, they are very awesome. This particular one had 3 different color lines, and I put a quick screen grab up here, and you can see where the red line and the blue line went to different locations. Most of the red and blue line crossed paths, and then you had your green line that was pretty far out. But I put that up. The timing can change depending on the season. So whenever you all go, just make sure you are aware of how often the buses are coming, when that last bus or when that last bus will come to that particular stop. That way you are not stuck somewhere and freaking out and then having to take an Uber or something like that. So as we just explored the city, I did plan out a few things that I wanted to do. Most of the time I will explore the lines in its entirety. So I pretty much ride the whole bus line and see if there's any particular place that I want to get off and explore more at a later time. But it just really depends on how much time you have and if you want to see everything on the route. So for me, I did want to go over to the market, and that is going to be one of my stops today. Since the big bus does not have a direct stop at the market, I'm going to get off at the London Bridge station or stop, which is stop 17, and explore that area and then walk over to the market. It is open every day besides Monday, and they open at 10 a.m. every day besides Saturday. They open at 9 a.m. So this is the London Bridge stop. They were having a concert, which I just so happened to walk up on, And it was a pretty cool area over here. It seemed like they had different events from time to time, plenty of people, and just a good chill space. And you had a beautiful view of the city, and it was very cool over here. Like, the people was mad chill. I felt like you had different things to do in this area. It was a good mix of locals and tourists. So now we are headed into the market. And when I tell y'all, I was that person who did some research before I go to places to see if it's worth my time or not. And seeing all the different videos on YouTube or Instagram about coming over to Borough's Market was just like, dang, they have so much stuff over here. I feel like I'm gonna be extremely overwhelmed, but I wanted to see if it was worth the hype or not. And coming into here, I was definitely overwhelmed. It was so many people and a ton of stalls just of the local vendors, and everybody had something to sell. I was just like, sheesh, where to start? Am I going to eat and taste everything? Which, if y'all been with me for a minute, you know your girl ain't about to eat too much. But it was things that was looking so good. And I just was like, what am I going to try? And I know I wanted to try a few things, thought about stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit because I had so many options. And you know, your girl trying to grow up just a little bit and see what other foods are pretty amazing, or if they actually are trash and I have not been eating things that I knew I just did not like. Even if it was just like, I looked at it and was like, that don't look so good. So we are going to explore a few things. I obviously had to try the chocolate covered strawberries that make it across social media all the time, and they were phenomenal. I would definitely recommend going to get you a cup. They are a little bit expensive, but they were really good. And for this dish here is going to be the paella. And I had tried this in Ireland and it wasn't bad, but it also just wasn't like something I was excited to eat a lot of. So I did not have it from the market, but my mom did, and she said it was amazing. And it looks very flavorful. It smelled good, but it just wasn't what I wanted. So I kept it moving on that. Now, this mushroom risotto, sorry, risotto. It had a ton of mushrooms, and y'all see all these different mushrooms, y'all. Like, it's kind of freaking me out looking at them. But I said, you know what? I've been trying to eat clean, eat a little bit healthier. So I think I'm going to give it a shot. And to my surprise, y'all, it actually was not bad. I was like, it's okay. But I don't know if I could have had like a nice size plate of it. That I don't think I can do. And then we continued to walk through the market, and it was definitely like somewhere you can go grocery shopping at. Those small cars was an option to do a tour of the city. So if you wanted to explore the city a different way, minus like the big bus tours or just walking around, or like, you know, you can always pay for the guided walking tours. That is something you can do, which I think was pretty neat because I love the small car, even though like I'm not a person who likes to drive in small cars, but that was pretty cool. This side of the market had a ton of sit down restaurants, if that was something you were interested in, which I particularly wasn't. So I wanted to head back over to the other side and check out the rest of the stalls that they had to offer. And y'all, when I tell you, it was so many people over here, like so many people. Even though the space was massive, it was still a ton of people. And I pretty much got here when they opened at like 10 a.m. So I was just like, man, what? Why is it so crowded? But if you got your locals over here who are actually grocery shopping, and then you have a ton of tourists ascending onto the area who are just trying to taste everything, do maybe a food tour or something on their own, then that is why everybody's here. But other than that, y'all, it was such a cool experience. So I told y'all I wanted to try something else different. I have eaten corned beef back here at the house. So I said, why not? We're going to give this a shot. And I decided to get the bagel. And y'all, it was so damn dry. It was so dry. I said, yeah, They could have kept that corned beef, or I think they called it what, salt beef or something like that, but they could have kept that. So after we finished playing around in the market and tasting a few things, we decided to walk over to the museum and see what they had. I'm normally not your person who enjoys museums, but lately I've been liking some different arts, and this was probably the coolest piece that I've seen here at the Tate Museum. But it ain't last too long, y'all. We had to come up out of there. And it was just like, it just wasn't for me. Like, that particular art that was in that museum was not something that interests me per se, but it was cool. Check it out if you are into the arts. If not, I definitely think it's okay to pass for sure. Next stop was a river cruise, and this was included in my big bus ticket price. I'll put my ticket that I purchased up here on the screen. That way you all can see what was all included in that ticket and how much it cost when I particularly purchased it. I did like that the I did like that the boat had 2 levels just in case if it was raining. They also have food and drinks. All you had to do was scan a QR code, and then I'll show you all the top half here where it's not closed in. Obviously it's raining outside, as you can see, but it still was decent to be able to see the city from a different view and a different angle. Did take my talents upstairs because I wanted to get a better view of the London Eye and get my photo up, so I was excited about that. And then I also had a chance to see Big Ben a little bit better instead of seeing it from the bus and I was behind a window, or trying to get a picture of it when I was downstairs here on the boat. So I appreciated having everything that the big bus had to offer. Now we are headed back to Paddington Station so we can start taking our talents back to the hotel because we got an early morning tomorrow. Now, y'all know I told y'all I am not your eSIM girly, right? And this was the first time it really backfired on me, because once we made it to the train station where I would pick up my Uber and take myself back to the hotel, the train station did not have Wi-Fi, y'all. So your girl was out here trying to figure out how I was about to order my Uber. So I had to leave the train station and do like a little bit of walking to find a location that offered Wi-Fi, and it was a like apartment building right behind the train station that I was able to step into and then give me some free Wi-Fi. And I was so happy that they was nice, because I was like, what the hell am I about to do if I do not get on Wi-Fi? I would have just had to chalk it up and pay for that international charge. So made it back to the hotel, took our talents upstairs to have a nice relaxing dinner, of course with this amazing view of the airport, getting a chance to see planes come and go. And it was just the perfect way to end the night with all the adventures we had. Now on to the next day, and today is more exciting than the first because I know a few different places I want to actually get off the bus and explore a little bit more. Prime example is going to explore those cars. I love me some exotic cars. Can't necessarily afford those at this particular moment, but I do love to go look at them and just see like all the different features, all the coolness about them, all the tech in them. Like, I just love it. But before we head over to see the cars, I wanted to also get off on Regent Street to go see the largest toy store in London. And then this street also has a ton of clothing stores. So that will be our first stop today, to explore in that toy store. Obviously your girl's not buying no toys because your girl is grown, and I don't buy souvenirs and I don't do all of that. So I ain't even buying no toys for my little people. They are also a little old for some of the toys in this store, but I heard it was great. And like I said, I seen it the day before, so I had to come in here and see what they had to offer.
Very simple. You throw it any direction, it always comes back straight up.
The coolest thing about this toy store was that the kids can play with different toys, and then you also had the employees demonstrating how certain toys worked. The other thing that I love was these massive Lego structures. They were so cool. And I'll post a ton of them on my shorts if that is something that you all would like to see. Now let's explore Carnaby Street. And the most interesting thing that I found over here was not a store. It was this creepy life-size statue of William Shakespeare, y'all. I was so creeped out because I couldn't understand like why I was there. But I digress. We're gonna finish trucking down Carnaby Street. This street has your basic stores like ASIC that you just seen, Dickies, Mac was over here, and pretty much your everyday stores, Abercrombie and Fitch. And I'm saying everyday stores because Regent Street had all your high-end stores, so if you're looking for that, definitely stay on Regent Street for those, and you can come back here on Carnaby Street to find your everyday stores. So we're gonna explore back here. I do want to head over to the Green Line, and so that's where I'm walking towards to transition from the red and blue line over to the Green Line. That bus only runs like every 30 to 40 minutes, I believe. So we are making our way there because I did want to go to another museum. I know your girl says she don't really do museums. However, I heard this one was a little bit different than the Tate Museum, and I want to see what it is given. I heard really good reviews about it, and I'm excited to see if they can hold up to those reviews and if it's going to interest me. So we have made it to the British Museum, and y'all, this is gorgeous. Like, just look at the details. It is so pretty in here. And I know I haven't made it to the arch yet, but I started in here because if I wanted to do a group walk-in tour, this is where they were picking people up. But I didn't want to really wait, and I just wanted to keep kind of exploring on my own. So we went ahead and started our own self-guided tour. As you saw, they had the restaurant up here, so if you wanted to grab something to eat, that is an option. I'm gonna show you all just a little bit of what they had to offer, but I will say that this museum was so amazing. I would definitely come back and do an actual walk-in tour. That way somebody can really explain to me everything that I'm seeing, give me the history about it, because I definitely appreciated being in this museum over the Tate Museum. Guess what we're about to see? Some amazing cars. First, we're gonna start with this Rolls Royce. Do y'all see that orange in there? It is so freaking pretty. I love it. And then we got this Lotus with this iridescent color. Oh my God, I was freaking out. It was too much for me to handle. Last stop is Buckingham Palace. Now, this obviously has a ton of history, amazing energy over here. This was also part of the walk-in tour with the big bus tour. So definitely check this out. Other than seeing the palace, taking some photos, it wasn't too much else to do. My last activity for today is taking the evening tour on the big bus tour. Now, mind you, I have rode the red line, the blue line, and the green line, so it wasn't anything extra to see here. It wasn't that many lights, glitz, and glam like I've seen on other evening tours. Like for New York, when that place is lit up, it's just a whole different world. So I actually asked the bus driver to let me off at a red light, and I figured out my way back to Paddington Station because I was over it. Honestly, it was not worth the ticket price to do the evening tour. If I was you, I would definitely skip it. My vacation has come to an end. It is time for me to start my journey back to Cleveland, Ohio. But quick note, did y'all see that sign that said £6 to drop somebody off at the airport? Baby, what? I have never seen a sign that says you have to pay to drop somebody off at the airport. Like, obviously you pay, your Uber, but like there's an additional £6 every time somebody comes into the airport. That is crazy. Let's get these bags checked in to British Airways. I have made it through security, which was really easy, honestly. I'm flying with British Airways, so once you came into the airport, you are seeing the kiosk station where you had to check in to print your boarding passes, or you could have checked in on the app. Either or works. I went ahead, got my boarding passes reprinted, even though I checked in on the app, just because if I have any issues at the gate with my phone loading my boarding pass, I'll just rather be safe than making the commotion at the gate. So I went ahead and did that. Then you go to step number 2. So if you are checking luggage, then you go ahead, you put your luggage on a conveyor belt, and then there's a screen there to tell you to scan your boarding pass. It will pull up your name and all of that. Then you go ahead and tell them that you want to check the bag. It asks you, is it on the conveyor belt? And then off it goes. After that, you'll go to step number 3. Step number 3 is to go through security. Security is very simple. Once again, they ask you to scan your boarding pass and to verify your passport. And then you go through your regular session where you go ahead and put your stuff on the conveyor belt. They check it. You go through security to screen to make sure you're not bringing nothing crazy inside of the airport, and then you are good to go. And it is a really nice airport. It's pretty large, I would say, but everything is going so quickly. I didn't have any problems this morning, so I'm happy about that. They do have a ton of food options for you all if you need to grab something to eat because you got here kind of early. So you should be pretty good. I did notice that they had lounges, and they do have a pay-to-use lounge. I'm going to go down there, check it out, let you all know how much that costs just in case that's something you all are interested in. But I'm going to take a stop at this souvenir store. I didn't see anything in the souvenir store, so now I'm going to head downstairs where my gate is to see if I can find a magnet because I absolutely need my magnet. I definitely collect magnets everywhere that I go. And I'm going to still check to see how much the lounges are just in case y'all want to use those. And then there was one other thing I wanted to show y'all, but I can't remember at this exact moment. Probably because I am exhausted, but that's okay. The pay-to-use lounge is near gate A7. So the lounge is £48 per person for the first 2 hours. And then he said there is an additional charge for every hour after that, but he didn't tell me how much. So if you have at least 2 hours or more than 2 hours, definitely check out that lounge and see what all they have to offer. The last thing I wanted to show y'all was they do have a play area. So if you have some little ones, you can definitely come in here and just let them have a blast while you all wait. Gorgeous people, I have made it to the end of my journey of visiting Ireland and the UK. It has been a fun one. I definitely love that I was able to bring my mom along because it allowed her a peek behind the curtain to see what it takes for me to start this content creator journey, or not necessarily start, but continue on the path of becoming a great content creator. So I love that for her and definitely love that for me. London was amazing. I would definitely love to come and explore a little bit more of the area here in UK. London was cool. Definitely liked what I saw. It was giving me New York vibes, expensive things just because the boroughs, the subway, the trains, it was definitely giving me New York vibes for sure. But I am sitting here in London, tucked off. As y'all can see, your girl is tired as ever. Hence the sunglasses. I'm so daggone sleepy right now. It's like 4:45, y'all. So these shades will be on for the remainder of my day. But I'm headed to Dublin. I have a 6-hour layover there. I'm debating if I'm going to step out of the airport to explore London. See, so damn tired. Explore Dublin for a few hours or not, but I'm not quite sure. It really is going to depend on how I feel once I get there because your girl been moving. I've been moving for the last 8-9 days straight, so I'll see. But if I do step out into the airport, I would definitely take you all with me. But as always, gorgeous people, go out there, create memories that will last a lifetime.